All right, so how do you give him a second chance? I mean, we're humans, so I get it, okay? So how do you do that? Look, I got this question from a client of mine, and the first thing she said, first of all, Delicious, I'm not trolling, because she knows the kind of questions that sort of get me, but that's okay though, you know. It's fun. Look, man, to give a guy a second chance, it depends on the circumstance, all right? There are a few ways. There are a few guys that you shouldn't give a second chance. The first kind of guy that you shouldn't give a second chance to are the guys that cheated on you. All right, guys that cheated on you, guys that hit you. If a guy hits you once, he'll hit you again. Guys that call you names. He'll call you names once. When he's angry, he'll call you a name again. Guys who stole from you and broke promises. Right. Those guys, I wouldn't recommend giving a second chance. The only guys that I would really recommend giving a second chance, first of all, a guy whose circumstance, let's just say, it depends on the reason, right? If a guy ghosts you, just disappears on you, right? If he just disappears on you, I wouldn't give him a second chance, right? But the problem, though, is that some of you girls or ladies still want to give them a second chance, so I understand. Look, I understand. So let me tell you how to do it. First of all, when they come back to you. You don't come back to them. You don't give a guy a second chance by you going to them and trying to say, hey, can I give you a second chance? Motherfucker, that's not how shit works. You don't give a guy a second chance by requesting to give him a second chance. That's the first thing. He has to be the one asking for the second chance, not the other way around. You don't say, hey, want me to give you a second chance? Get the fuck out of here, man. Like, that's not how it works, all right? So they're the ones that requested. So what does that mean? That means that they have to text you first. They're the ones that have to initiate the contact. They're the ones that should be more interested in getting back, not the other way around. The problem is that when you want them back and they come back to you, you take them back instantly. Oh shit. Let me not die. You take them back instantly. It should be that when he comes to you, you're like, I don't know. And he's like, please take me back. Could you take me back? Like, it should be that he doesn't know what your response is gonna be. It shouldn't be that he comes to you like the Game of Thrones character, where when he going to Cecil and say, hey, let me bang you and shit. Like, a guy shouldn't come back to you acting cocky, wanting to get back with you. A guy should come back to you, fucking kissing you and shit, calling you the queen and shit, even though you know queen. But what I'm saying is, though, his mentality should be from the perspective of, please take me back. Ooh, let me check out this girl. Ooh, man, she's looking bad, right? Girls. Anyways, yeah, man. Right, so when he comes back to you, that's your mentality first, right? That you gotta try a little harder. You're not gonna get me back at the first try. Remember Cecil when she said, to get a queen, you gotta work for a queen? And then 5 minutes later, he's banging her. Fucking liar, right? Shows you she ain't no queen, right? But, so yeah, ladies, look, man, when a guy, to get back to the subject, man, if a guy cheats, I'm sorry, man, there's no second chance for him. There's no second chance. He fucked it up, man. He fucked it up. It's like an ex. Let's say an ex of yours gets AIDS, right? 1 second. One minute. Let's say, God forbid, an ex of yours gets AIDS, right? I don't care how much. Actually, if you love someone enough, you'll see through the AIDS. Trust me, people do that. But the point is that if you have a sexual relationship with a dude and he gets AIDS, he ruined it. I don't care how much you like him. You're not gonna be with him. He ruined it. I can't have sex with you. You fucked it up. It's the same shit with cheating, man. When somebody cheats, it's not something that's easy, right? It's not something that you easily just drop. We're not crazy. It sure hurt a little bit. Like, it should be painful. Like, you should like struggle letting him go, but you have to do it though. You know, like there's just some people you don't give second chance. So now the people who you do give second chance are the people who, you know, who maybe you just lost interest. You know, who maybe you just maybe got turned off by them. The problem though is that the people who you give a second chance to aren't the ones that you let go of. The ones that you give a second chance to are the ones that hurt you. So, like, I know you ladies. Like, you guys, I know you ladies. Like, I know I'm not. I know you. I know usually I'm not talking to the ones that let them go. I'm usually talking to the ones that got dropped. So you know, like I get it. Like I'm saying all of this, understanding that most likely the second chance comes from a dude who's coming back and is trying to play you. You know, hey man, it's it's funny how that works, right? It's funny how that works. But look, man, if a guy comes back and he wants a second chance, you don't put him back you don't put him back in his throne, motherfucker. You sitting next to me. You sitting next to. In other words, you don't come back on level 10. You're coming back on level 1, and you're moving your way up. What you mean by that? You're gonna have to wait for me to text you back. You're only gonna see me this amount of time. I set the rules. That's the only way it's gonna work. I'm sorry, and this is a problem. This is a problem though. The conundrum that women find themselves in is that when you do this and it works, you're gonna get turned off. You're gonna get turned off. You just will. Like, I don't care how amazing the dude is. If you manage to do this properly, you're gonna like it the first week, the first month. But after a few months, you're gonna be like, this dude, I just turned him into a bitch. Look, man, I don't care how cool Jay-Z is. If Jay-Z all of a sudden starts acting needy with you, you're gonna be like, this is not the Jay-Z I had in my head. This Jay-Z is different. This is needy Z. You know, I want Jay-Z. You know, I want Jay. The problem though is that you're attracted to the mental person in your head that's not attracted to you. As soon as you get him to like you, suddenly you're not talking to the same dude. You're seeing a different part of his personality. You're seeing a part of his personality that comes when he's around a woman who he feels like he needs her validation. And that part of his personality is not attractive. You see, we all have parts of our personality that's not attractive. Parts of our personality that's repulsive, right? And some people see it, some people don't, right? But sometimes people can catch you at the wrong time, you know, and they see that needy side and think that needy side is who you are, but they just caught you at the wrong time. And so that happens where you could be the most confident person, but if you meet that girl or that guy and he makes you feel insecure, all of a sudden, the normal dude who you are, you're not. And what you end up saying to yourself is, if this motherfucker would have called me 2 years ago, or if this motherfucker would have called me a few months ago, or he just called me at the wrong time, usually this shit I wouldn't let slide. That's what usually happens. That happens to me, that happens to you, that happens to everybody, you know? And hey man, you know, and that's the problem with attraction, is that when we want someone, we want the character that is there when somebody doesn't like us. You know, that's what we want. We want the character, the personality of the person that doesn't like us. But the problem is that as soon as that person likes us, they begin to treat you differently. It's just how it is. And when they begin to treat you differently, they treat you from an elevated place. They're like, oh, hey, you're the love of my life. And that sort of adoration, that sort of praise makes you feel like, from the perspective of, I don't think I'm this. I actually think I'm pretty shit. I think shit of myself. And if I'm shit and you like me, then that means you're shit too. It's a form of self-hatred. When somebody likes us, we sort of say, like, man, I don't think I'm cool. And this person likes me, so this person must not be cool. You know? But if somebody doesn't like us, and then we see them liking somebody else, we assume that we just naturally we just naturally value their validation more, you know, because I wasn't giving it and you gave it to somebody else. So it's just naturally my ego is gonna cause me to see your validation as with more worth. You see what I'm saying? It's just how it is, man. It's fucked up. I wish that wasn't the case, you know, but it's just that, you know, humans aren't perfect, you know. You know, people are, you know, like, we're flawed, you know. Look, people, it shouldn't surprise you. It shouldn't surprise you that's how we are. You know, we're insecure creatures. We're all insecure creatures. And we're all working very hard to show how good we are, to show how great our life is. And we work very hard to hide all of the suffering, all of the insecurities we feel. But we don't know that one aspect is what's unites us. You know, it's the suffering that unites us, not the good. Actually, it's the good that separates us. But when suffering happens, it unites people, you know? You see other people suffering, and naturally people will want to help them out, you know? And that's what brings people together. It's suffering. Even in the same light, like pain is what makes people fall in love with you. And it's kind of like the realization of death. By the way, I'm having an online book club today. So if you guys want to attend my online book club, you can just go to meetup.com and put NYC book club, and you'll see we're having a meeting tonight. But we're going to talk about death. And one of the subjects is that when you talk about death, it's a painful thing. When you begin to meditate on the mortality of everyone around you, when you begin to meditate on the death of your family, on the death of your friends, on the death of your mom, the death of your siblings, your own physical health declining, it's a painful thing. Like, you feel depressed. But you know what? That depression leads to appreciation. Because even though you feel depressed, you realize that, hey, you know what? Hey, girl. You realize that, hey, I still have my health. And that pain of losing it sort of makes you appreciate it more. So yeah, we do function in pain. Pain is a functioning part of humans. And so you got to learn how to trigger that pain to get the proper result. And the problem is, though, is that, you know, like, nobody likes to admit that they study how to create those effects. It's all because we just think that people will think we're manipulative and stuff like that. But in reality, you know, we all should learn that. You know, we all should learn that, because if you don't learn it, then you're gonna either get manipulated by other people, or you're gonna inadvertently produce the wrong effect. You're gonna inadvertently offend the wrong person. You're gonna inadvertently believe the wrong person. You're gonna inadvertently allow the wrong person in your life, you know. So, or let the wrong person fuck up your life, you know. So all of these manipulation tactics aren't just to help you get a person that you love in your life, but also to protect you from people's attacks, because people are mean. People will try to hurt you, you know. Like, you will meet people who you say to yourself, why are they so mean to me? Why do they just come into my life to hurt me? There's just a lot of things you don't know. You don't know whether or not you remind them of their ex. You don't know whether or not you look like their ex. And so because of that, they want to get revenge on their ex by hurting you. You don't know that, but that might be the plan. And people do that, and unconsciously, you know, like, and you say to yourself, what did I do for you to hurt me? You didn't do nothing, but that they're playing, they're reacting to their own imagination, you know, and all that sort of stuff. All right, people. Let me see the comments, and we are about to finish this. Got a lot of people here today. All right, people, this is Alex from mindfulattraction.org. If you guys want one-on-one coaching, go to mindfulattraction.org, type in again coaching. If you guys want to attend my seminar, if you guys want to get coaching by me individually, go to the link below. If you guys want to purchase my online course, Dark Game, go to the link below as well. And you guys be safe and take care, people. Bye-bye.